Hey everyone, Renee Tompkins with the Results Group at Summit and Realtors, here today to talk to you about a question that has come up, and I always do go over this with buyers and sellers when meeting with them, but meeting with buyers at open houses who are just sort of beginning the process, and certainly also just casually chatting with a first-time seller who's somebody who's thinking about selling. What is an earnest money deposit and how does it play into the scenario? So first off, an earnest money deposit is a deposit made by the buyer when a contract to purchase is accepted on a property. So you're not paying the seller to accept your offer. It shows good faith and intention to move forward. Typically, the amount of an earnest money deposit is anywhere from, say, $500 upwards maybe of $5,000. Most of them are about $1,000 is what I see and what my buyers typically make. But if there's a competing situation and buyers want to be aggressive, I've certainly written contracts where the earnest money deposit was more than that. Anyway, what happens is once the contract is accepted, it's fully signed, the buyer then makes that deposit. Typically it's done electronically, although sometimes it can still be done by check. But it is held in a non-interest bearing escrow account, and it's really to protect the seller in the event the buyer breaches the contract. So how do you breach a contract? It means you withdraw from a contract based on a non-covered reason. So there are written contingencies into all contracts to purchase, and typically for a buyer, those protective contingencies, which mean a buyer can back out of a transaction, are if the home inspection has brought unsatisfactory results and for whatever reason you either as a buyer don't want to negotiate or cannot come to mutually agreeable terms, then you can terminate the contract as long as you do so within the timeline specified. Another protective contingency would be the financing contingency. So if the buyer, for whatever reason, even though you have that pre-approval or pre-qualification letter up front, perhaps something has come up in underwriting and it means for whatever reason you cannot meet that requirement, the lender will issue a rejection letter on financing, and at that point, again, you can get your earnest money deposit back. So we're talking unsatisfactory inspection as well as financing. Now, if you up and just change your mind because a nicer home has come on the market at a better price, or something has happened in your personal situation and you can't, for whatever reason, you just are not going to buy this house anymore, and it's not based on a covered reason, the seller can retain that earnest money deposit and put the house back on the market. So I always advise buyers, make sure you are serious and understand the language in this contract. You are actually writing a contract, keyword contract, to purchase, which is binding. So that answers that question. If you are a buyer or seller in and around the Louisville area looking to make a move, I'd love to chat with you about your goals and how I can help you achieve them. Thank you as always for watching, and have a great day. Hey everyone, Renee Tompkins.